The first type of sensor or instrument type data is going to be the custom type. When you want to create a new custom type sensor, that means that you are going to be providing the failure rate characteristics directly. You will be adding them directly into your study. You can create a custom component by clicking Add New Sensor Type, which brings up the Details dialog. In the Details dialog, you go and you fill out the form. So you would create the type of instrument. So I'm going to say custom pressure transmitter, for instance. Then you would enter in the overall total failure rate in failures per hour. So let's say that's 6E minus 6. You would then enter in the percent safe. So let's say that 60% of the time the device fails in a safe fashion and 40% of the time it fails in a dangerous fashion. So we will type in 60%. Then we will put in the diagnostic coverages, both safe and dangerous. So let's say that we have no diagnostic coverage, or 0 for safe failures, but we have a 50% diagnostic coverage for dangerous failures. Then you could put in data reference, and you could put in something like field data from plant or wherever the information came from. You might want to put in a revision of a database if you're using a database. And then the architectural constraint type. So for this transmitter, let's say that it's a smart transmitter that uses microprocessors, which would make it a type B device. And then finally, you could put in a description. So pressure transmitters used in plant A. Okay, so you type all the information in. Now, it's important to note here that the information that you typed in is going to define failure rates and failure modes. All of these numbers are going to be used to calculate the 4 different failure rates that are used in the calculations, those being lambda DD, dangerous detected, lambda DU, dangerous undetected, SU, safe undetected, and SD, safe detected. So those 4 failure rates are calculated, and then when PFD calculations are performed, we're going to use equations that will use those failure rates and other parameters to actually calculate the probability of failure on demand. So when you put a custom component in, you're defining failure characteristics and allowing Kenexis's PFD calculation engine to calculate the associated PFDs. And you can see when you insert, right here is where that device shows up. And now that device shows up in the plant list of sensor types. In this case, I entered it in as a sensor that are available.